What's up, guys? Today's video is on the top 10 best coffee makers with grinders. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I'll try to help you find the right one for your needs. To see the most up-to-date prices, and find out more information about these best coffee makers with grinders, you can check out the links in the description below. Let's get started. Number 1. Black+Decker 12-cup mill and brew coffee maker. Best budget. The Black+Decker Mill and Brew delivers freshly ground coffee at an affordable price. One major reason it's cheaper than most coffee makers with grinders is because it has a blade grinder instead of a burr grinder. Experts widely prefer burr grinders because they are more consistent and produce less heat when grinding. But even though this Black+Decker model doesn't have the best grinder out there, we still found it suitable. Our main criticism is that it's fairly loud, rather than any larger issues, like that the grounds come out uneven. Expect to lose a little flavor in comparison to higher-end models. We found several other benefits that make this machine worth purchasing, one of which is its ease of use. Large, well-labeled buttons make it intuitive, while the removable filter and grinder are simple to clean in the sink, with no need to brush out grounds from difficult-to-reach places. The brew basket is top-rack dishwasher safe. A clear window lets you see how much water is in the machine, so you'll always be sure you have enough for the next brew. The grinder can be turned off easily if you want to use pre-ground beans, while the strength selector lets you choose from 3 different coffee strengths. Grinder, blade bean hopper, designed for 1 full carafe capacity, 12 cups 60 ounces. Dimensions, 13x 11x 16 inches warranty, 2-year limited. Number 2. Breville the Grind Control Coffee Maker. Best overall. Out of the 20+ coffee makers with grinders that we tested, the Breville Grind Control stood out as the best all-around device. Right away, you notice the small LCD screen on top, which is unique for a drip coffee maker, and makes it easy to manage the item's many settings. The LCD screen also provides real-time feedback throughout the coffee making process. Another unique and likable feature, especially for fans of Keurigs and Nespresso machines, is that the Breville Grind Control can brew 1 cup at a time. In addition to its single-serve capabilities, this machine can make up to 12 cups of coffee in roughly 6 minutes, grinding included. It has 8 strength settings and is fully programmable, so you can select a time in advance for the machine to grind the beans and brew a fresh pot. We were impressed by how fast the grinder works, as well as the fact that no grounds ended up in the pot. The bean hopper holds a half pound of coffee beans, and it's easy to add or remove beans when you want to brew a different type. The machine also comes with a removable gold filter, eliminating the need to buy countless paper ones. The item is easy to clean and take apart, an area that can occasionally be an issue for coffee makers with grinders. 2 of the only downsides are the high price tag and that the machine feels a little bulky. Otherwise, the Grind Control is a convenient machine that makes strong and consistent coffee. Grinder, burr bean hopper, 8 ounces capacity, 12 cups 60 ounces. Dimensions, 8.5x 12.5x 16.3 inches warranty, 1-year limited. Number 3. Breville the Barista Express Espresso Machine. Best for espresso. The Breville Barista Express is versatile, long-lasting, and stylish. While there might be a small learning curve involved, it's easy to brew rich espresso shots. With the calf-worthy group head, a built-in steam wand allows for delicious lattes and cappuccinos. In fact, the wand is so advanced that you can even make microphone designs on top of your drink, like a real barista. Microphone is basically thousands or millions of very small bubbles that form through the steaming process, says Paulo Ossi. If you're trying to make microfoam at home, be sure to heat up the milk first, then run the milk frother. It won't work if it's not heated up. The bean grinder uses conical burrs, so it's stronger and more consistent than a steel blade grinder. There's also an easy-to-use dial that lets you choose the coarseness of your grind, which you typically want on the finer side for espresso. The Barista Express is fairly expensive, but the quality justifies the price. The machine made excellent espresso drinks with a rich crema every single time. Grinder, burr bean hopper, 8 ounces. Dimensions, 12.8x 12.2x 13.1 inches warranty, 1 year limited. Number 4. DeLonghi Dinamica Plus Automatic Espresso Machine. Best splurge. DeLonghi's Dinamica Plus is a one-stop shop for any type of coffee you could want. It has 24 drink options, ranging from a simple espresso shot to beloved milk-based drinks, like a latte or cappuccino. The entire brewing process, including grinding and milk frothing, is automated. All you have to do is hit a button, and the machine does all of the work for you. We tested the Dinamica Plus for 1 week, and gave it a stellar review. We found the espresso itself on par with shots pulled in a coffee shop. Anytime we made a latte, flat white, or cortado, the milk was well blended, whether it was whole milk or oat milk. Unfortunately, the drip coffee wasn't as strong and flavorful as that produced by a pour-over, or actual drip, machine, but still good enough to enjoy every day. Aside from that, the overall drink quality is very high. Another detail we appreciated, though it's common among fully automatic espresso makers, is that the Dinamica Plus can save for drink profiles. While that only saves a couple extra touches of a button, it creates a more personalized user experience. As far as the burr grinder goes, it's one of the quietest. We tested something late rising members of your household will cherish while you brew your morning cup. Grinder, burr bean hopper, 10.5 ounces. Dimensions, 9.3 x 16.9 x 13.7 inch. Number 5. Cuisinart Coffee Center Grind and Brew Plus. Best single serve. The Cuisinart Coffee Center Grind and Brew Plus is the best of both worlds. It has a 12-cup pot for when you want coffee around all day or for the whole family, and it takes coffee pods, including K-cups, when you're in the mood for a single cup. That's not even mentioning the built-in grinder, which leads to a fresher taste and more flavor. We encountered some drawbacks when testing the coffee maker, but still recommend it overall. First, it uses a blade grinder instead of a burr grinder, which is less consistent and much louder than many alternatives we tested. The whole device feels a little bulky too, largely as a result of having the pod-compatible brewer on one side. It took about 9 minutes to brew a full pot of coffee, which was one of the longest times out of more than 20 different coffee makers. The pros outweigh the cons, though. The coffee is boiled on both sides of the machine, and the full pot measured 188 degrees Fahrenheit when we poured the first cup, which was the hottest that we tested. It's also reasonably priced for a coffee maker with a grinder, let alone one that works with pods. 2. Grinder, blade bean hopper, 7 ounces capacity, 12 cups 60 ounces. Dimensions, 10.75 x 11.73 x 15.93 inches. Warranty, 3 year limited. Number 6. Breville Grind Control. Best overall coffee maker with built-in grinder. The Breville Grind Control is an ideal choice for anyone who wants the maximum amount of control that a coffee maker with grinder can offer. Its stainless steel burr grinder offers 6 adjustment levels, which is pretty great. There are also 8 separate levels for coffee strength adjustment. With this amount of flexibility, the Breville Grind Control coffee maker is definitely among the best of the best. I mean, it's the perfect choice for coffee aficionados who want a reasonable amount of control over the outcome of what's brewing. Plus, the thermal carafe will keep your coffee hot, saving you many trips back and forth from the breakfast table to the coffee pot. And if you're ever in a hurry to get a cup of coffee before the entire brewing process is complete, you can pause the brewing process and fill your travel mug or favorite cup. This machine is a work of art. I guarantee that the Breville Grind Control coffee maker will enhance any kitchen counter. With its sleek design and well-illuminated display screen, it's just spectacular. Can you tell I like it? I guess you can say I have a bit of a coffee machine crush. It really does just sell itself. That's why I'm naming it the best performing coffee maker with grinder in this roundup review. Number 7. DeLonghi TrueBrew. Best performing single-serve coffee maker with grinder built in. If you're having a hard time deciding between a drip coffee maker and a fully automatic espresso machine, the DeLonghi TrueBrew might be just what you need. Trust me, having tested this thing out, I can tell you it's a true marvel. Sure, you'll pay a not insubstantial $496.77 for the DeLonghi TrueBrew, However, the features and convenience this fully automatic coffee maker brings to the table make its asking price more than reasonable. Seeing as it has an internal brew group, the TrueBrew doesn't require filters. Seriously, this is a one-touch coffee maker with grinder that's super convenient. Plus, you have tons of options in terms of brew strength, style and size. Heck, there are even espresso style and over ice options. While you aren't able to make grind size adjustments, the machine's bean extract technology is very effective. In fact, I was blown away by the TrueBrew's performance and consistency. Featuring a cool touchscreen display, the DeLonghi TrueBrew has been designed as a single-serve coffee maker for a variety of different cup sizes. However, by spending an additional $100 or so, you can pick up the TrueBrew with thermal carafe. Number 8. Gevi 4-in-1. Best automatic pour-over coffee maker with grinder. Let me start by saying that the Gevi 4-in-1 is no ordinary coffee maker with grinder. Then again, you probably already figured that out by looking at the thing. Still, if you're a pour-over freak like me, you might already be trying to convince yourself that you can afford to spend $499.99 on this coffee machine. I just had to include the Gevi 4-in-1 on this list because it's so darn special. I mean, this coffee maker with grinder features a color touchscreen display, a built-in scale, and programmable, rotating water spouts. In essence, you can program the Gevi 4-in-1 to replicate your pour-over technique. In case you aren't yet convinced, allow me to tell you about the Gevi's built-in grinder. It's equipped with 60mm stainless steel flat burrs and comes with over 50 adjustment settings. That's serious business. As you've probably guessed, you can program just about everything on the Gevi 4-in-1, including brew temperature, water flow rate, and bloom time. Plus, you're able to use this coffee machine with any number of pour-over drippers, including the Hario V60 and Kalita Wave. Ultimately, the Gevi 4-in-1 will appeal to the nerdiest of coffee geeks, myself included. It's just so cool. Number 9. Café Specialty Grind and Brew Coffee Maker. Best affordable coffee maker with grinder. I simply had to include the Café Specialty Grind and Brew Coffee Maker on my best coffee maker with grinder list. I mean, just look at the thing, it's absolutely stunning. Aside from its obvious visual appeal, the Café Specialty Grind and Brew has a lot to recommend it to serious coffee connoisseurs. For starters, this coffee maker recently became the latest member of the exclusive SCA Certified Home Brewer Club. That means it had to go through a whole bunch of testing to ensure it brews coffee to the association's exacting standards. What's more, you're able to adjust tons of brewing parameters via the Smart HQ app or the large control panel with LCD screen. You can play with brew strength, temperature and size. Heck, you can even adjust the bloom time, which is very exciting. The Café Specialty Grind and Brew comes with a thermal carafe, although it can be used as a single-serve coffee maker too. I particularly love the elegantly curved water tank, which sits next to the brewer. This makes it super easy to remove and fill the reservoir without having to move the machine. Oh, and in case you were wondering, this grind and brew coffee maker has a conical burr grinder with 6 settings, and seeing as the grinder is calibrated for drip coffee, you'll have plenty of room to perfect your brew. Number 10. Miele CM 5310 Silence Coffee Maker and Espresso Machine. Best Super Automatic. The Miele CM 5310 Silence is an upgraded version of the Miele CM 5300 series, which we also recommended after testing. This time, we gave the Miele CM 5310 Silence an even higher rating than the previous model, commending its design, performance, and ease of cleaning, all of which make it our top super automatic coffee maker. What does super automatic mean? It denotes a device that handles every step of the coffee making process for you, from grinding beans to brewing. They are generally expensive but have a variety of customizable features, and can brew both coffee and espresso drinks. The Miele CM 5310 Silence fits this description. The high-end coffee maker offers more than 10 drink options and has the ability to brew 40 ounces of drip-style coffee. We found that the machine works fairly quickly, 2. Taking 22 seconds to brew an espresso shot, which is on the faster side of all espresso makers that we tested. Miele also accomplished its goal of making the CM 5310 silence quiet when grinding by adding excellent soundproofing around the burrs. Even though the sleek, minimalist machine may look confusing, it's surprisingly straightforward and can save the coffee preferences of multiple users for quicker, easier selections. It's certainly a splurge pick, but one that we recommend, and that users can trust for years and years. Grinder, burr bean hopper, 7 ounces dimensions, 9.5 x 14.25 x 18.1 to 5 inches warranty, 2-year limited.